That one drive-thru order ruined my life. My name is Ethan Caldwell, and I have been working the overnight shift at a small Hardee's on the edge of town for a little over 3 years. It is nothing impressive. It does not come with stories you brag about. But it keeps a roof over my head, and the hours fit my life. I have always been more awake at night than during the day, so standing at the drive-thru window from 11 at night until 5 in the morning never bothered me much. Most people hate those hours. I actually prefer them. About 6 weeks ago, something strange started happening. That night, I was alone on drive-thru duty. After midnight, staffing gets thin, and more often than not, I handle orders by myself. Sometime after 1 in the morning, a car rolled up to the speaker. The voice that came through was male, calm, ordinary. Nothing about it stood out. He ordered a large bacon cheeseburger combo with fries and a soda. Completely normal. The odd part came at the payment window. When the car pulled up, the driver barely cracked the window, just enough to slide his card out. The glass was heavily tinted, so I could not see his face at all. I ran the payment, handed him the receipt, and expected him to pull forward. Instead, he drove away. He did not stop at the pickup window. He did not hesitate. He just left. I stood there holding the bag for a few minutes, waiting to see if he would circle back around. He never did. Eventually, I set the food aside. Later that night, I ate it myself. People do strange things late at night, especially at drive-thrus, so I did not think much of it. Then, about 8 days later, it happened again. Same time frame, same order, same routine. Paid at the first window, then vanished before picking up the food. I remember frowning and thinking that it felt familiar, but I still brushed it off as coincidence. Weird, sure, but not alarming. The third time is when it clicked. When the exact same thing happened again, I realized it was not random. It was the same person. Same voice, same order, same behavior. By then, I knew something was off, but I was not exactly upset. The food was paid for. I was hungry, so I stopped questioning it and accepted the free meals. Every 4 or 5 nights, usually sometime between 2 and 4 in the morning, the car would show up. I even started expecting it, joking to myself that my mystery sponsor might be dropping by. Then, one night, everything changed. I was working the speaker when I heard that familiar voice again. I already knew the order before he said it, but after placing it, he added something new, something that made my blood run cold. He said, very casually, "I hope you have been enjoying those burgers, Mr. Caldwell." That is my last name. I do not wear it on my uniform. It is not printed anywhere customers can see. There is absolutely no reason a stranger should know it. I froze. For a moment, I could not even speak. My mind just locked up. When I finally found my voice, I demanded to know who he was, how he knew my name, and what he wanted. I kept repeating myself, louder each time. He never answered. This time, he did not even pull forward to pay. I heard the engine rev, and then he was gone. I finished my shift in a fog, my nerves shot. I could not shake the feeling that something had crossed a line. I was right. When I got home that morning, there was a note sitting on my doorstep. It was handwritten, short, simple. I know what you did. You have 72 hours. My hand started shaking so badly I almost dropped it. I felt sick, like my stomach had just dropped out from under me. I had no idea what it was referring to. None. I spent hours replaying my life in my head, trying to figure out what I could possibly have done. Nothing came to mind. I am not some criminal. I am a 26-year-old fast food worker who spends his days off playing video games and sleeping in. I do not have enemies. I do not have dark secrets. I did not sleep at all that day. I sat on my couch with every light on, waiting for something else to happen. Nothing did. The next night at work, the car came back. This time, he did not pretend to order food. He told me to grab a pen, then he gave me an address. It was somewhere outside town, in an area I did not recognize. Then he said I had 48 hours to bring him $9,000. I almost laughed. I thought it had to be a joke, but his voice told me it was not. When he drove away, the fear hit me all over again. There was no way I could give him that kind of money. I did not have it. I still do not. So I ignored him. I convinced myself it was some twisted prank or scam. I should have called the police right then, but panic makes you stupid. A few nights later, I thought it was over. I was wrong. I was sitting at home, unwinding after work, when glass exploded across my living room. I hit the floor, convinced someone was shooting at me. It was not a gunshot. Someone had thrown a rock through my window. By the time I looked outside, whoever did it was gone. That was when I finally called the police. I told them everything: the notes, the threats, the address. They said they would check it out and keep an eye on the area. Without cameras or witnesses, there was not much else they could do. That was 3 nights ago. I have called out of work ever since, but I know it does not matter. He knows where I live. I cannot afford to quit. I cannot afford to move. I am stuck waiting for something else to happen. The only lead I can think of is the card he used to pay for the meals. I am hoping the police can track it. I do not know why I was chosen. I just hope this does not get worse.
Subscribe for more real horror stories. Like the video if you felt this fear too.